We have this problem. This is going to be a butchering video. YouTube is gonna pull the plug on it, demonetize it, throttle it back, and not push it out to the YouTube audience. This began years ago now. First it was guns. This could be pulled because I said that. It could be guns, it could be butchering, okay? But then even more recently, it's been stricter. We've talked about taking blood tests and it's gotten pulled. We've most recently, strangely, frustratingly, we had a beautiful calf born on the property. I can't think of many more beautiful, peaceful things than a birth. No complications, no drama, just peace. Shocked when that video got demonetized. Demonetized means they didn't pull it. It does get throttled back as far as I can tell. YouTube doesn't push it out anymore. The creator, and I guess YouTube too, will not make any money off of it. We cannot get advertising money off of it. Given that that's our job, that can be a little frustrating, but it wasn't just the YouTube machine that flagged it. It got flagged. Somebody, a human, reviewed it, and you know what it was categorized as? Shocking and graphic content. A birth. Quite disturbing to me. And in the past, this is what's had happen in the past. When years ago they did that with our butchering videos, we had no outlet, so we had to totally G-rate this thing, and unfortunately, you viewers weren't able to see the entire process. Well, that was frustrating to creators. Turns out it's very, very frustrating to you guys, because the more and more censorship that's going on, the more and more people are craving just real truth, raw info, wanting to make decisions for themselves and not have somebody else make the decision for them. We were in this conundrum. What do we do? What do we do with this content? Gosh, it's giving me chills, because I guess there's frustration long there that maybe I didn't address. And good, that maybe this will help me with my healing, which, by the way, my toes feeling better. I have no new pains. I'm walking a little bit better today. So if there's no new pains in a couple of days, I think I'll be getting through this. Joel Salatin said, think about forgiveness. Go through the list and forgive. It's said that can be a hindrance to healing, so I've been doing that. Been doing a lot of emotional work, along with physical work. That's not what we're talking about. So we didn't have a way to get just raw information to the people if they want it. Nobody has to click. Nobody's forcing you to click on the video, and nobody's forcing you to stay there. Nobody's holding your eyes open. Choice and the freedom of choice, and people want that. And I guess that's why this means so much to me. We found a way. And I don't want this to sound salesy or anything like that, but I couldn't think of any other way but our own platform, where we didn't rely on advertising dollars, because YouTube, in the sense, is a company, and they have the right to make their own rules. They have that right. No hard feelings to them. Well, I have that right too. And I don't want to count on advertiser dollars, because I don't want that influence saying what you can and cannot say. I want to count on the people. If you guys want it, and you pay, and you get it. And if you don't want it, you don't want it. Nobody's making anybody do anything. It started with our own platform. There was our early member area, and then eventually, though, this kind of became a thing. Like, there became resources and apps and streaming platforms, and long story short, Abundance Plus. And now, if people want to watch a chicken butchering, a cow being born, a steer being harvested, us talking about blood test results, they can. I understand not everybody can go do Abundance Plus, but I have to go by the YouTube rules. I can't show this butchering. I just can't. They're getting stricter and stricter. I tried last time to give my G-rated version. As far as I could tell, it didn't show any blood. It certainly didn't show the killing. None of that. Got demonetized. I can't show it. I can't show it here. So, Abundance Plus, you can go see it. But to give you guys content, you just cannot do that for whatever reason, which the minimum is like $6 a month. It's free for 7 days. If you want to see the butchering and you have no money, sign up for the free, watch the butchering, consume all the rest of the content, and be done. Cancel, and you'll never even be charged. My heart is to get you guys the real content. Our membership is growing. We have over 8,200 members, and it's steadily growing now, even without us pushing it. And people are getting it. People are passing it around, they're telling their friends, and they're enjoying the freedom. There's no ads. This is kind of turned into a real talk. I didn't mean for it to go this long. That's today. You're getting some clips of the setting up. Let's interview some of the Abundance Plus members. They're coming. To our members, we put out applications and they can apply to come and do a butchering. Don't charge them, and we'll ask them a few questions about their homestead, and that will be inspiring. That'll be inspiring content for you. What you growing at home?
What am I growing at home?
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm also growing meat birds that'll be processed in about 3 weeks. And I got some feeder pigs that will be about 4 months away from getting processed and put in the freezer. So yeah.
What's your biggest struggle?
Biggest
in the homestead dream.
Biggest struggle, I think, is trying to make sure you're doing it, overthinking it, thinking you have to do everything an exact way because you see it done that way, or you feel like you're doing it wrong. So you almost like overthink it when you realize you should just jump in and know that you'll figure it out.
Well, then what's the solution to that?
Just listen to your wife and just do it. Just do it.
I'm Shane, I'm from Maryland, and I'm growing just about everything in the garden.
I could have guessed Maryland, huh?
Yes, there you go.
Okay, what's your biggest struggle right now?
Without a doubt, self-doubt. Self-doubt is...
Self-doubt?
Self-doubt. When I've been gardening for 15 years, whenever I decide, oh, should I grow a new crop, I'll get the self-doubt. When I had egg layer chickens, I had the self-doubt. Can I do it? Can I build a coop? And now I had self-doubt about doing this, the meat birds, and even answering the email to come down here. I was self-doubt. And 3 months ago, I quit my job, and I went out and bought a nice expensive camera like that, and I was going to start a YouTube channel for gardening. And guess what happened? Self-doubt got in the way, and I didn't do it. I'm sitting here in front of, 860,000 subscribers, and I could have plugged my YouTube channel, but I didn't. So self-doubt, kicking in the butt.
What's getting you through this self-doubt? Like, you weren't going to apply for this, you applied. What got you through?
I think you just have to be a little bit stubborn. I'm pretty stubborn at things, and just learning to be self-sufficient pushes through your fears when you want to be self-sufficient and give your family good food. So that's like my main motivator that tells myself to shut up pretty much every day.
My name's Marilla Ogden, and I'm growing meat rabbits, quail, and egg-laying chickens in a big old garden. And also we have a YouTube channel called Black Pack Homestead.
There you go. That's how you do it, buddy. That's how you do it.
And my husband and I homestead on a little less than an acre, so it's like a micro homestead, but we love it, and it's all thanks to Justin, because if my husband had never showed me your videos, I would still be saying, I'm chronically ill, I can't do this, I can't. And when I watched your videos, I was like, well, if he can do it. And then Rebecca has her thyroid issues. Why can't I? And so my husband said, we're just going to get little animals. We don't have tons of land. So we got rabbits and quail, and I love quail. Quail is one of the best, poultry I've ever eaten.
That's the right attitude.
It's
good
great.
for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Check us out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name, and what does that tattoo mean?
My name is Zeb Trinity. This is Krishna, and this is the Sudarshan chakra. I was raised vegetarian, and now I eat meat, so I'm.
That's funny.
So I'm learning how to do this.
What are you growing?
Children right now.
Okay.
In about
Chidlers,
2 months, we'll have. Well, 1 month we'll have chickens and pigs, and we're getting cow and sheep. We're going the full thing right from the beginning.
Well, what's your #1 struggle going into homesteading?
#1 struggle, just taking it one piece at a time. It's so much to do, and just trying to figure out how to break it up into, you know, manageable chunks. The 1%.
How are you fighting that? Oh, the 1%.
The 1%. Just, you know, taking one piece at a time and doing that.
Nice.
Moving forward.
Just being consistent every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
My name is Bo from Wilmington. We got some egg layers and some rabbits.
Nice.
But we're gonna get some meat birds this fall, and that's why I'm here learning this.
What's your #1 problem right now?
Patience. We don't have a lot of land, and the market's crazy, so being patient, waiting for everything to open up and stuff like that.
What's your biggest patient tip?
Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes it's the kids. And sometimes,
Kids really work your patience.
yeah,
don't
they do. Yeah.
So
but,
you got a lot of exercise there.
Yeah. So, but they're good. They teach you as well, so that's good.
My name's Austin. I'm from Georgetown County, South Carolina, and my wife and I have 3 Ossabaw pigs, 3 turkeys, 30 meat birds, and 30 laying hens, and 3 New Zealand rabbits.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you say your wife would say is the #1 struggle right now?
Definitely trying to keep from getting overwhelmed, and probably finances. Those two things.
When you guys get overwhelmed, when one of you gets overwhelmed more than the other, what does the other one say to them to help them through?
Oh man, all kinds of things, but typically, I don't know, we decided a long time ago that we were going to live our life kind of based off of faith and doing illogical things consistently. So we kind of just have to remind each other that we made this decision many years ago.
I'm Sam. I'm from Greer, South Carolina, and I'm growing. We got some pigs, we got a garden, got some laying hens, and we want to add sheep this year. That's the plan, very soon.
So if you were going to go down to the complaint department, they're at that brown and white building down there,
Yep.
you're going to put in the complaint.
Yep.
What's your #1 complaint right now? Homesteading.
I would say right now it's that, you know, I've got other responsibilities that take time, full-time job, lots of kids,
Okay.
so I can't
I'm
go
glad
fast
you said
enough.
that.
Can't go fast enough, as fast as I want to go, and then also recognizing that just because I want to do it, execute it, doesn't mean that I'm prepared necessarily to use it. So, you know, I've had to step back and say, why am I growing this if I'm not going to eat it?
Ooh, I like that.
So, yeah, we've been looking at it and kind of defining self-sufficiency for us, and then saying, okay, who else locally can we use for the other stuff?
What was the example of something that you were growing because it was cool and not because you wanted to eat it?
A ton of vegetables. So you want a garden like that, right? But realistically, what we eat is, we eat okra and we eat sweet potatoes.
That's right.
And we eat cucumbers. So this year we grew a lot of okra and a lot of sweet potatoes and a lot of cucumbers, and we grew a few other things, but that was it. And I think that's what we're going to continue to do, because we're farming on less than an acre, so limited space. But also, meat is easier to grow than vegetables, in my opinion. It's funner to grow, and bang for the buck, you're getting more calories.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's harder to get good, clean meat. Like, it's harder to buy good, clean meat.
Yeah, and so we're trying to do, full organic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you can go to the farmer's market, and almost everybody there has got produce.
Yeah.
You can go to Whole Foods and buy organic produce.
Because everybody starts with
But you cannot go to
vegetables.
Whole Foods and buy organic pastured chicken.
Yeah.
You certainly can't buy organic pork.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Maybe bacon.
Yeah, we're doing soy free too, because
Yeah, see?
we got soy allergies in the family.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My name is Kevin Osborne, and I'm from Mossheim, Tennessee, which is basically Greenville, Tennessee. And we have grown goats and mostly egg-laying chickens, turkeys. When we built our house, we kind of put things on a hold, so we've thinned out a little bit. Right now we've hatched out some biddies, so we have like a dozen biddies. That's all we have at the moment. And then garden-wise, oh goodness, beans, peas, potatoes, cucumbers, watermelon, tomatoes. Cherokee purple is my favorite, and but yeah, we're doing the raised bed. The ground is very poor, so we had to amend the soil a lot.
If you were going to write an article in a magazine and you were going to warn All the newbie homesteaders coming into this. Tell them, what's their #1 struggle gonna be that they did not see coming?
Patience. It's very easy to watch these videos and think that got to hurry up and get to the end. It's about the journey, and yeah, you just have to use the resources you have and have patience with the development of getting to the destination.
It looks like you've developed some patience. What's the trick?
Oh, having a good wife, I guess.
How does she help you with patience?
Well, she challenges me.
Okay.
She was the city slicker and I was the country boy raised on a farm, but now it's kind of flip-flop because she watches your videos, watches a lot of videos, and keeps me informed so that we can
She's the one
a
that,
pretty good team.
Okay, good for you guys. We've taken a break for lunch. I wonder if I can show bagging without getting flagged. Can we still show like chicken that's ready to be eaten? Is that still okay? Buckle up. We'll see. And get in my wheelchair. Cubby. This is what I love. People came here for us, for the butchery, but they're gonna go away with friends. They're all down there talking, having a good time. It's hard to tear them away. All right, y'all ready?
Seems like they're having a good time.
Come on down. Hey, you figured out the name of your channel yet?
Yeah, just Shane Swing.
Shane
Swing.
Shane
Swing.
Shane Swing.
That's right.
Okay, we're just gonna go with your personal name. You already got a video up on what?
On how to collect mulberries with an umbrella.
Nice.
It's a trip.
Okay, I like it. You said you had a trick about harvesting walnuts without a work, so you're gonna have to make a video about that next.
I will. I'll do that.
Okay, send that one to me.
It'll take 9 hours for me to get home, but yeah, I'll eventually do that.
All right.